Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Okay. Let me open this up here. Should be better. Come on. Gotta wait for the stream to catch up. Yeah, that looks to be alright. Okay. Well, it is up to you guys to let me know how this is going. So I'll have that open there. I'll try to do all this stuff in one screen. That'll probably be best. We're going to start completely from scratch. Yeah, I'll delete these because I still haven't backed up. So, first off, you're going to need some things. I will post the links. Actually, I'll just... Oh, what am I going to do? I will... What do I want to do? I want to do something, I just don't know what yet. Okay. Well, you're going to need Blender. You're going to need VTF edit. You're also going to need the source script thing, which I can... Crap, you know what? I'm just going to quick do that. I'm actually going to compile that all down. So I made a folder called Blender Tutorial. These are all the software that I have, everything. If you want the stuff, I'll just... let me zip that up into zip folder. Okay, so give that a few seconds. Oh shit, that's probably gonna kill the stream for a little bit while this uploads. Sorry. Well, that's gonna do its thing. Stream's probably gonna go slow for a while. Okay. This is the full completed works of the furnace that I just completed yesterday. So I'm gonna get rid of the mats and the VTFs and the VMTs, whatever they're called. We're gonna start from scratch. We're going to make something extremely basic. I'm still getting used to UV mapping. I'm not good with it. Yeah, the software we're going to use is Blender, VTF Edit, Crowbar. You can use Photoshop if you want to. I'm going to use something that people could probably use better. It's much more affordable. It's a one-time fee. It's Pixeluvo. It's on Steam. It's great. It's super, super lightweight Photoshop program. I like it more than Photoshop. It's not good with when you scale images. It actually, even if you have a super, super huge image and you scale it down, if you shrink it, not expand it, if you shrink it, it makes the quality much, much worse. But, yeah, that's alright. It's just a little test. What do we want to do? Let's just do something basic. We'll just make a cube and we're going to randomize it to where it's not a cube. It's going to look like a chunk of poop, probably. It's a good way to put it. Let me let you guys know that I'm streaming. Let's go on Snapchat. Okay. So, make sure, if you guys don't know how to, if you want to pin something on the left side here, simply click, hold, and drag it over until you see the little, that. And that's what you're going to do. Put your Gary's Mod folder, the actual like home folder, this one right here, put that over there. You're going to need it. I'm going to leave, let's see, we got materials open right there. So I'm going to open up models because I'm going to use that pretty soon. Okay. You're also going to need a couple of other files. Alright, so it is done uploading. We're going to copy the Dropbox link. That's the Dropbox link that you're going to need for the files. That's going to have VTF-edit, crowbar, the source, everything. So, for this, we're going to open up the other file explorer thing. Back up to Blender tutorial. So, put this back here. Sorry about that. What is going on? Okay. So go ahead, make a folder. I'm going to call it Blender tutorial, and here make a couple things. Just reply to these Snapchats quick. Yeah. Alright. So, yeah, Skeet. I know. But if you want to, follow along. It's kind of cool. I'm actually going to use a picture of you. That error when you were in the car and you had your neck extended from pack. I think I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to put that around this cube. I don't know yet. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't even know what I want to use for pictures or anything yet. Maybe I shouldn't, because actually that's on my laptop, so I don't actually have it on the desktop yet. I could simply copy it over or whatever, but no. Anyway, so first off, we're going to go into main. Now main is going to be as if your add-on is going to be called, main. It'd be Gary's Mod add-ons main. That's what that name is going to refer to. And then inside it, I'm just going to call it props. This is just to be super organized. These are some past stuff that I worked on. The most recent is the furnace testing. This is a material that I used for the stone. Obviously, totally copyright. Just used it because it was available. We are going to make a prop. So we're going to go main, props. We'll just make it, we'll call it basic, call it something unique, because that's what you're going to search in the search bar of Gary's Mod. You don't want to have other things pop up. So call it basic object. If I can spell object, holy fuck. Okay, basic object. Inside this basic object, we're going to name a folder called anims. Right here in the main folder is where we're going to go put the QC and VMT files. Now what these are, it's basic files that refer, they have information in them that tells how the thing is going to be, how the texture is going to be mapped to it, as well as different properties about the prop itself. So basic object, we're just going to place them right here in the main folder. We're going to rename this basic object, and this one's going to be called basic object dot text underscore text. And right off the bat, we're going to edit this with Notepad. And here is that name that we're going to go back to, main props. Hey, bud.
What do you have two mouses?
So I can control the laptop from right here, so I have to lean over here. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, in a little bit here, could you give me a ride to Blaha's? Because I brought your mom's car home, that way I can pick up my truck.
Sure.
Okay. Because I had to come home and get a razor because I can't reach. I got my extended razor.
I am streaming. Just so yeah.
But I can't reach the bottom of the tent, so I had to grab that. I just got to do a couple things quick and then I'll holler at you.
Alright, sounds good.
Gary, good to go?
Yep.
Alright, anyway. So call this basic object. And it's going to be basic object.model. Always keep the same name for stuff. It's much easier. Basic object. And obviously at this point you can just copy basic object. Basic object.
So where are you at so far with it?
Basic object underscore idle. That's going to be the name of the animation, because props need at least idle as an animation. That's just idle is the name of the animation. These are different sequences that you can make. I haven't looked into much, but I'm pretty sure that this refers to the actual Gary's Mod animation name. So I'm sure if you had like run, walk, whatever, that's what you name it there. It doesn't actually matter what you call the file name, just so that you refer to it like this. I can make this dickweed or whatever if I wanted to. FPS 1 because it's a stationary prop. It's only going to have one frame. You don't need to have it 60 FPS because that'd just be a waste of resources. Cute fizz. We're going to call this the basic object fizz. That's the actual physics, the physics map, the collision map.
So are you like teaching people how to program while you're doing this?
Yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit of programming, not much, just 2 files. But auto mass is basically what it sounds like. The game is going to decide what its mass is based on its size. We're going to leave the scale to 1 because we're going to make the object kind of big already in Blender. You'll see how the object in Blender, you know, what the scale is in comparison to the actual game. And surface prop metal, that's just the sound that it's going to make and stuff. When it hits the ground, makes contact, it's going to make that metal ka-chunk sound or whatever. Inertia of 1, damping 0, da 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 da. Concave is what you're going to need if, I think you can do rounding box or bounding box if it's just going to be a perfect square. But for concave, that means it's going to have like concave to where like this goes in on the phone, like the, it's rounded, it has,
The texture.
Well, bounded box would be like it's here to here, then here to here. With concave, it's actually going to go through and make contact with all these different, indentations and stuff. But you have to make that yourself. It doesn't actually do that. You can still have a box for a collision model in Blender and have it as concave, and it's still going to try to make it as complicated as possible. So if you're just doing a bounded box, just make a plain old box in Blender, which we'll get to later. But for now, this file's good. You can leave that as that. Oh, it gets loud? Okay. Let me fix that somehow.
So what are you streaming on?
Well, I'm doing the streaming from my laptop. Because if I do it from my desktop, it'll actually kill the stream because Blender uses 100% of your CPU.
Nice.
Yeah, so there, how's that? That should be better, right? Let me just yell for a little bit.
It's infinite.
It's infinite? Okay. That should be good now. I'm assuming, I'm hoping. Okay. Thanks for letting me know, Skeet. As you heard, my dad is going to need my help. Is that when I yelled? Okay, anyway. As you heard, my dad's going to need my help for a little bit, so I guess I'll end the stream when that happens, but I'll be back.
It'll only take like 10-20 minutes.
Yeah,
You just have to run them someplace.
I just gotta drop them off somewhere and whatever. So let's get going on this as fast as possible. But I will probably end the stream. That'd probably be best. I'll end the stream, then just resume it when I get done. Minimize this. Open up the VMT. I'm kind of jumping around, but we're just gonna go back just to set these up, just so they're done. Basic object folder name and basic object.txt, because that's what we're gonna name it. Okay, so we are done programming. That's all we need to do for programming. Next, we are going to start developing. Yeah, we'll actually jump into Blender and we'll start that.
He's gotta eat.
Oh, you gotta eat? Alright, see ya. So, open up Blender. We're going to set it up to do all this stuff. Now, I had an issue where when I brought it over to my 4K screen, it actually bumped the UI up, and everything was pretty bloated. So how to fix that, in case you guys need to, is go to User Preferences, System, and change the DPI and actually lower that. I think that's all the lower I can make it go, though. 32? Yeah, I can't make it go any lower. So 48 is the smallest you can go.
Maybe it's just your...
It was bigger, like it was like this. It was about like that.
You said your screen was like that big.
Yeah, and it was bigger. I mean, it was probably like that, honestly. But that's it. Anyway, go to Add-ons. Go to Install from File. And I have it over here under my Blender bookmarks. So,
how come you aren't doing it in 4K?
Because then it would be really, really difficult to read what's on the screen. So, go to the Blender tutorial, main, props, basic object, or sorry, I have it under software, and that's just the Blender source tools. You actually just open up the zip file, and you'll see it's already here, so I don't need to do it. Then you would search source and check mark the box, and then you click save user settings, and then you're good to go.
Michael's dying.
Yeah, I'm dying. I'm gonna get rid of that. No. Okay, why you do this? Why? Please just, can you go away? Oh my god. What is going on? Oh, I don't want that. There we go. Okay. So let's now that we got this, we're going to decide what we want to make. Now, Blender has already some basic stuff. Just press, if you need to know how to select something, you right-click it, and then we're going to delete, so press the delete key, enter. That's that. We don't need the lighting here, so delete that. Delete that. Okay, we're going to go to create. I think you can press T. Yeah, press T, that's how you get that toolbar up and out. And we'll create something basic. That looks kind of cool. So create that.
And you're gonna put Skeet's face on it?
Yeah, I don't know. Should we do that?
Or the Loch Ness Monster one with the guy that plays.
Oh shit. That guy. Oh, what's his name? Oh, he has a ridiculous name. Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good.
He plays Doctor Strange too, right?
Yeah. Finance me. He's having himself some McDonald's. That's great. Someone's salty on the Power Trip forums. Okay.
Why would they say?
It's in reply to a thread. Actually, Tauruses are cooler. Oh no, let's just do the monkey head. Monkey head's fun. Put a weird texture on the monkey.
I don't know why they have a monkey and just a monkey.
So press S to do scale, and I think you can left click, middle mouse wheel, scroll to go in and out. We're gonna scroll this to be bigger. You'll about need it. Probably about this is a good size. If you look, that's where the grid is. The grid's like that much inside of the head. So.
Do you explain everything?
Yeah, because there's people that don't know anything. And you can just move it up. It doesn't matter where you put it. Okay. So we got this. Looks pretty bland. Make sure you're on cycles render up here. You're going to need that. Otherwise, you won't see the node editor when we go to do that. But first off, we are going to drag that down so we can see. Oh, it's called Suzanne. The name of the monkey is Suzanne. That's wonderful. We're going to rename that the basic object. That's where that name comes in. This is the actual physical object that everything is like based off of, basically.
What's wrong with his mouth?
It's a monkey. It's a little small mouth. That's just how it is. Okay, so now let's see, pressing tab, that makes you go into edit mode. Otherwise, you can just go down here, go to edit mode, same thing. I'm all about hotkeys, I'm still learning them, but we're getting there. Now we're going to split this into a UV map. So
That's why you just spam the keyboard till you get all the hotkeys.
yeah. So we're going to split this into a UV map, so go into edit mode. And if you click down here, you can drag and make a second menu. If you're here, press T to get rid of the menu there. And click down here, change this to UV map. Nothing's going to appear here because we don't have a material on here yet. And we're not going to want to do that just yet. We're going to want to go to edge mode. And we're going to start selecting these edges. But, you know, doing this and holding shift, that's going to be boring. That would take forever. So if you hold alt and then shift, it'll actually select the entire section, as you can see there. Some stuff it misses, but this makes it go a lot faster. Go around the back, and there we go. So we're going to split the Mickey down the middle. Split the monkey down the middle. And this is how our UV map's going to be split. So now we're going to do Control E, I believe. Yeah, Control E, mark seam, and then press A to select all. You might have to press it twice, and then press U. We'll do unwrap, and we'll see there's the monkey. I believe.
Looks like an alien.
Yep. And then once you're over here, you're not going to select by vertices, so middle mouse wheel to scroll along this bar here, and then go to the island selection, which is this last one. You can actually right click, and that's how you do that. Notice that these aren't exactly the same. How to do this. See, I'm not too familiar with this.
What are the two circles on top?
I think it's the eyes, but
Why would they just have the eyes?
I don't know. I didn't separate it there, so I don't know. But that's one way we can just find out. So you can leave this how it is for now. If we put a texture over it, which we actually could do that right now. So go to materials here. We're going to add a material and click new. We're going to call this that basic object underscore text. That's where that name comes in from the programming thing here. And I think we're still good.
Got 0 people watching.
No, that's fine. And you can then, for now, that's fine. We don't need a texture on it, but we'll open up another thing over here. So just click and drag. And we'll switch this to node editor. This is for textures.
Man. It's a birdie.
Okay, about like that. That's all right with me. Scroll in here and go add texture, image texture, and then you left click it basically anywhere. And you're gonna click and drag from the color over to there. Click open, and we're gonna find a texture. Now it likes JPEGs, and that's about the only thing that it likes. So I think I called this textures. This is just a Metal Gear texture. We're gonna
Try it out.
we're just gonna go to, actually first before that, click cancel. We'll go find a texture first. So we'll minimize this.
Where'd you get the texture for the furnace?
That was just the one that I found online quick. So let's just look up, let me just go get a random file actually.
What do they call it?
We'll put Yeah, we'll put Fabulous on there. That's great. So I'm gonna copy and paste Fabulous over here into main, or actually into, we'll just put it here. This can be called anything that you want, whatever. This is what the file looks like. Fabulous. I'll just open it up here.
Why?
That's what it's going to be. And we're going to UV map that across the face of the monkey.
Michael, what do they call the Loch Ness Monster thing?
Sherlock Ness Monster. I probably should just go get that one, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that, it's on here though, isn't it? I can't look at it while I'm streaming. I'm pretty sure that it's there.
Can't you just look it up quick?
Why does my mouse keep... Oh, quit moving the mouse. Oh, God. Fuck, that's me. So, Sherlock Ness Monster will bring that over, because that's way better. Boom. This glorious picture is going to be on this monkey. Okay. Now, we're going to export that UV map. So under UVs, click Export UV Layout. We're going to go down to the Blender tutorial, main, props, basic object. And we're going to export it here, and we're going to call it whatever we want. We'll just call it the UV map. Actually, let's keep it simple.
Sherlock Ness Monster.
No, we'll call it the basic object text. Boom.
That's really basic.
Yep. Now, go ahead, go into Steam, open up Pixeluvo. We're going to do, now just drag that UV map, which is this. This is what it looks like. Drag that right onto there. Bada bing, bada boom. Drag Sherlock onto there. Control A to select all. Control C to copy it. Control G to open up the menu to go to different projects. And go back to this one. Open up the layers. Change it to multiply, because that way it'll show through when you make other layers. We're just going to do Control V. Put that on the bottom. There you go. So this is where we can see how it's going to, translate. Control T to transform, and we'll just drag this up to there.
Put his head in one of the. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be really strange, but that's okay.
After string.
See, I'm not sure how to go about doing this. I'm not a good UV mapper. I only just started yesterday.
You gotta cut it into certain things.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that. Like, it's like they have a picture. I'm pretty sure they have like a professional camera that does that and breaks it in to two things automatically.
Just cut off a snap and put it on the side of the monkey.
But so I copy paste. Can I how do I flip the layer? How do I transform? I'm not sure how to transform with this.
Should make it smaller on one side so it doesn't cut off.
Oh, I think if I do -100, there we go. That'll work. And then I can just do enter, do the eraser on this. So let's increase the brush size on that. So I can just get rid of this. So it kind of melds it together a little bit. That's fine. It looks so ridiculous. Okay, we'll just move that to be about there. That's fine.
What? Yeah.
Make it to where his nose is on there. And his nose is on there. It's about fine with me. And then for the eyes, we could do something a little different if we wanted to. Make a new layer. Put it below the multiply. Notice I'm not worrying about this empty space up here. It doesn't matter. It only reads off of this UV map. Let's paintbrush some red. So if you control middle mouse wheel, you can zoom in. We'll just paint that nice and red like so. That's fine. We'll just go like that. Yeah, doesn't have to be perfect because as long as we stay away from this, it'll be all right. Now, let's change this to blue. Yeah, this happened. Okay. All right. Oh, skeet. So we're gonna save it. We're gonna save it as a JPEG because that's what it likes. Save. Done with Pixeluvo. We're not gonna close it. We'll leave it open in case we want to go back and we can change it and see how it affects it. But go back into Blender now. We're gonna open that file. Basic object, and we'll go to the JPEG. And make sure you have texture mode on or material mode on. There you go. If you press tab, you go into object mode, and that is how it relates it. It was indeed the eyeballs that we were working with there. Oh, that's terrifying. What have we done? This looks so bad. Oh no. Oh no. That is terrifying. That is so. Oh no. So let's oh Jesus. I don't want that. Not at all. If we can we rotate this? How do we rotate? Control, transform. Let's at least try to rotate it a bit because his nose is down there. Let's try to make it. Oh, oh, this is so bad. Oh, I need to like do this. I think that's where that comes. Oh, 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 oh. What have I done? We're doing this though. This is happening. Oh. Okay. 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 Oh no. Oh. Okay. I'm trying to match up the stuff a little bit, but it just the monkeys, everything is just no. Oh man. So bad. Control T, let's transform that. Make it bigger. Put this behind there so we can not worry about that. We'll transform this now. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Okay, well, this is how this is gonna work from now on. Yep. Let's hit enter, erase the extra crap that we don't need, because fucking hell. And that should work just fine. That's, we're gonna leave it as. So Control S to save it again. Replace. Go back into Blender. Go ahead and reopen that file by clicking that. JPEG, and that's so much worse. Ooh. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. Let me deal with this quick. This we might have found someone for the simple mining script that did not purchase it. He posted under the job section of the Gmod store, and he was asking for help with the simple mining system. Let me go find the job quick for him. This guy, Piklinky, he is actually the owner, original creator of it. Hello, Tic Tac. Just give me 1 second. We gotta deal with this like right now. Where to say? I'm looking over on my other monitor quick. Help with the simple mining system. It wasn't very far. Simple mining system. There we go. All right. So there it is. It's on page 8 of the Gmod jobs thing right now. So if you guys want to go check it out, there you go. Let's get back to this concoction. This terrible monstrosity. Oh God, his hair is like. Oh, his ears in the back. Oh God, that's. Oh my God. Okay, notice how the UV map is still on there. We forgot to save that with that disabled. So go back, get rid of the layer, save that again, go back to Blender, reopen the file. There you go. So that's how we want it. That's what we want. Do we really want this? Am I really going to put this in Gary's mod? You know what I should do is put this on the Gmod store and sell it. Okay, or the workshop, just for shits and giggles. Let's go put it on there. That would be, oh God, his mouth looks like AIDS. He's got 2 mouths. Okay, let's do this. Let's get this done, figured out. So we don't need the UV map and we don't need the materials anymore. So with this one selected, with this, just do your middle mouse wheel and like scroll around a little bit to get the window selected. Then do Control up arrow, and that maximizes that. The only issue with that is now I don't know how to. Okay, do Control down arrow to go back to that. Let's just drag this over. You'll see it turn black. That takes over that because we want the menu on the right. I don't know how to get it back. I don't know how to do that. I'm not that good with Blender yet. Tic Tac plays why put it on the workshop because it's Gary's mod, and I think it would be pretty hilarious to put this on the workshop. Okay, so press A to select all. Make sure it's orange like that, and then do Control C, Control V, and it will make this. We're going to rename this. You can make this window bigger if you want so you can see everything. We're going to call this basic object underscore fizz. Actually, dot idle. We'll do the idle animation first. We'll do the physics object later. Idle, and then we're going to change the end frame to frame 2 and the beginning frame to frame 1 if it's not already there. Then down here in the timeline, bring it to about the middle mouse wheel to middle mouse wheel press to do that, and then middle mouse wheel scroll to zoom in. With the idle frame selected, or the idle model selected, go ahead and make sure you're on frame 1, and then press I and choose lock rot scale. Now what this does is that stands for lock rotational scale. It doesn't do anything by default. It's just to set a keyframe. Then left click here to go to frame 2, and again press I, click lock rot scale. That gives it an animation. We've successfully animated something. Woo! Oh, what is it? This is our attempt. Originally, here, if I take the texture off, it's actually a monkey. Like, this looks better than our texture on it. But go back to material mode there. We're making this to show how UV mapping works, and yeah, I'm still getting the hang of how to properly UV map. I still have a ways to go. We're just making this quick. We've already been doing this for 40 minutes. Jesus. I'm tired. I want to get this up before I go give my dad a ride. Very hungry now, too. Anyway, so animation is done. Now go ahead, press T to bring up the tools menu. We're going to open up just a cube. We're going to do a basic physics thing. We're not going to make this too in-depth. But now you'll see we got this little cube down here. Go ahead and move that there. If you press 3, it'll bring you to a side panel like view or whatever. Oh, how do I get to wireframe? I think wireframe. Crap, I can't remember how to do that. Okay. How do I can't remember how to do that. Oh god, it looks so sad. Okay. Make sure you save your Blender project file, by the way, before you forget, because Blender does like to crash randomly. So Blender tutorial, I like to make everything nice and neat. So Blender project files, and then basic project. Boom. Enter, enter, and you're done. So now we're saved. So if you right click, just move that to about there. We'll get it kind of lined up. We're just going to make this rough. We're not going to make it insane. I'm not going to make it, like around the mouth and then around the head. We're just going to make it one giant freaking box. It's not going to tip over. It's just going to sit there like that. Now if you do, actually if you move to the middle, it might be better. So let's press 3 again to go to the side. Yeah, bring it to about the middle, and then press S. Oh, left click to make sure it goes there. Press S to scale it up. And that looks about okay. Now you can middle mouse wheel and go around. You can see it's still there. So if you press S and then X, you can mess with that. And then S and Y, that'll be the depth. Oh, Jesus, that's terrifying. Okay, that's fine for that. I think I can't remember how to go to wireframe mode. Why is this so difficult for me right now? Well, maybe edit mode? No, that doesn't help any. There, I just increased the chat size so I can hopefully see when you guys are messaging and stuff. Okay, now that we have this named, we're going to call this basic underscore object underscore phys. That is the physics model. Now, press Control A, or just A to select everything, and press Tab to go into edit mode, and then press Control N to normalize. Now what this does is it normalizes it for Gary's mod so it knows where to start the physics collisions. Like that's why it would matter, like if I moved it up, that's why it would matter, then it would, it's hard to explain how that works. It basically make it, the game think that the object was higher or lower, out of place from where it actually is in the world. Okay. So with all 3 selected, it is finally time to export, I believe, because we named that material correct, right? If you left click the object, yep, basic object text should be fine. Don't think this one needs it. Should be alright. I think if we select this and just go to basic object text, yeah, that's better. They'll both have the same. I'm not sure how that works. I'll have to do some experimenting on that. I don't think you need to change that, but we'll see. So I'm going to save again before we do this. And then here, under scene, you can minimize. Good afternoon, this is Michael with Access Granted. Oh, yeah, you got the wrong number. Yep, it's fine. I'm looking for Kelvin Gunhammer. That's not me. Okay. So, yeah, scroll down, minimize all of them except for this. Go to Source Engine Export. We gotta set this up. So, export path. That is going to be where you're gonna dump these model files and stuff. So click that. Please call me back. You called the same number. Yeah, you called the same number. It's alright. not going to say anything. Go to Blender tutorials and then main props, basic object. We're just going to dump them right there. As you can see, we have the other objects that we worked on. Well, it's about to get a little bit more populated. So click accept. Now change this to SMD. That's what Gary's Mod uses. And then the engine path. This is going to be where I said to link your Gary's Mod folder. Go there, and then go to bin. Now we're not inside Gary's Mod. There is a bin inside Gary's Mod. This is the bin that's outside. So bin. And excuse me, and then click accept. And I believe we are good to go. So click export and then click scene export 3 things. It says 3 files exported in 0.1 seconds with 0 errors and 1 warnings. So we're done with Blender for now. Hopefully, if we did everything right. Now we're going to go to VTF edit. We're going to get ready to make that UV map into a material that's recognized by Gary's Mod, not just by Blender. So go to File, Import. We're going to go to Basic Object. We're going to import the JPEG that we use, the UV map. That's what this is. And everything can be left as default if it is this, so just make sure everything's set up like that. I'll just go through in case something's changed. You can just stop and pause. Okay. And wait a few seconds for it to import, and there is our beautiful UV map in all of its glory. File, save as. Notice that this is the VTF. This is where the name is actually important. Basic underscore object underscore text, and then enter. Boom, done. That is our texture. Now go to crowbar. Crowbar you have to set up. Okay. So, if you have just opened it up for your first time, click the Compile tab, and then click, locate that QC file that we created in the beginning. Go to Browse. Go to Main Props, Furnace Testing, and it's just QC. But for me, it's not Furnace. We're going to go back to Basic Object. There we go. And by default, you're not going to have Gary's Mod as a game, so go Set Up Games, then click Add. By clicking Add, that makes a new game. That starts a fresh thing. So you're going to call, I'm just going to call it Gmod because I already have one called Gary's Mod. I don't want to overwrite anything. And then we're going to go find the gameinfo.txt. This is in that bin folder again. So just go to Gary's Mod. That's actually the wrong folder. I actually don't have that saved, so I'm going to go to Gary's Mod. There, I'm going to go ahead and save this Gary's Mod folder on the bottom there. Just like so. Bin, actually no, fuck, the game info text is actually under Gary's Mod. Gary's Mod at the bottom. That's that file. Now for the studio, all these files are in the original bin folder, so we'll just go back. Do bin, done, bin, done, bin, vpk.exe, not Gmod, and click save and close. And if you did everything right, you are good to go. You can click compile. And what does it say? Okay, we have an error here. This is good. Basic underscore object underscore QC could not find. Oh, anims. So we forgot to move the idle file over. Very simple fix. Simply go in that file. I'll scroll out here so you can see. The basic underscore idle, move that to your anims folder. Simple as that. Go back into crowbar, just click compile. And this is what it should look like. You should have about 3 sections. If your model is very simple like ours, we just have the basic, the 3 basic layers. One for DirectX 8, 9, and then the actual object itself. But we're good here. Notice how it says warning, model has 2-dimensional geometry. That is whatever. It's just saying that the model is very complicated. You could have some issues in game, which you might. But we're good to go, and we're almost ready to open up Gary's Mod. So now you'll notice that if you go into your Gary's Mod models, main, props, it will have made a basic object folder, but it's empty. So in your models folder, now that you're there, go back to your project folder, and under compiled, you'll see, or in the project folder, you'll see the compiled 0.38. has been made. These are your model files. So copy, paste them into Gary's Mod, then go to Gary's Mod, materials. You're not going to see anything, so make a folder called main props, and then we're going to call it basic object. And right there, you're going to go ahead and copy the VMT and VTF files that you made. Boom. Done. We are ready for Gary's Mod. Hopefully. Not Grand Theft Auto, Gary's Mod. Hopefully we'll see how this plays through TeamViewer. If it's laggy, then it's laggy. If it's not, then it's not. So let's go to Dark RP just because my sandbox is pretty fucked up. Okay. Yeah, lots of blue errors. I'm actually probably gonna have to kill myself in game when I first spawn in, and then we can go search for it, because otherwise I won't have a fizz gun. Oh, did that guy? Did he? No way. Did he actually make a post about it on League forums? Asking for help? No fucking way. Oh. Oh, okay. So I do have to kill myself. Kill. Okay, so now open up this and go search for basic underscore object. Oh, don't mind that. I can't even press J for some reason. Some time, it should appear. Hopefully, there is our wonderful creation in Gary's Mod. Finished. I gotta Snapchat this. This is so bad. This is probably the worst thing I've ever done in Gary's Mod. Well, I'm streaming right now, and this is the finished product of the tutorial. Well, I'm streaming right now, and this is the finished product of the tutorial. Oh. Oh. So bad. So bad. Okay, well, there you go. That is the monkey. It does have a physics object. If you notice, see, that's how it drops. It's like a... Why won't it drop? No, it doesn't want to drop. I think my physics is bugged. Oh, God. I should really put this on. Oh, you know what? Let me screenshot that, view screenshots, upload. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Okay, view online. Select it. Jesus, it's so bad. Oh, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. What is up? Oh, God. Oh, Sherlock. What have I done? Okay. Well, that is enough of that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will be making this into a more quick and concise and actually relevant tutorial. Not really, but yeah. Oh, man. Okay. That is enough of that. Thank you guys for watching. It has been fun. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm going to try to end the stream now.